Oh wow, that's a good light. Cool. Hello, gang, what's up? Meanwhile, on the other stage, we're back with something real special this time. I am really excited to film this video today because I finally will be talking about South by Southwest Music Festival in Austin, Texas. South by Southwest takes a very special place in our hearts. It was actually our very first video we did on this channel, Meanwhile on the Other Stage, way back. It was special. It's an amazing festival. We'll have showcases. They're wild and fun and, you know, overcrowded and weird, and yeah, it's everything. We're not really going to dive deep into the history of the festival, the location, and all the, you know, basic or additional info because we actually talked about it in last year's video. So if you haven't seen it, pause this one, go watch that other South by video and, you know, educate yourself. This time around, we'll talk about some of the sessions, some of the scandals, some of the bigger names popping up in the lineup, and maybe some of the less known artists shining through. South by Southwest is all about that. So this year's South by Music part of the festival was held from 13th of March till 19th of March. Lots of venues, lots of people, lots of media coverage, and well, since the world right now is a little bit fucked up and in its very own strange phase, and the political aura of some countries, especially the US, you know, it's not very pleasant. So of course there had to be some nasty things happening. Like the biggest buzz scandal was when an Italian band called Soviet, great band by the way, the latest 2016 release, I actually enjoyed quite a bit. They were banned from entering the country to perform at South by. Well, I mean, they told that it's about them not having a right visa and how it's not entirely clear whether South by Southwest showcases are more promotional or, you know, slightly bit commercial. The thing is that the band never performed, and that is very sad. And the travel ban was also discussed at the festival, one of the festival sessions. But aside the actual problems that took place at Austin, Texas this year, there are many pleasant, interesting things happening, interesting sessions and roundtables. Some of the most relevant we've encountered were this one about how South Korea is influencing global pop music scene. I personally feel like it's good time, right time for K-pop to merge with the outside world music business scene. Though of course there's still a long way to go to make it, you know, normal, but it's still quite cool to see that the global music market is acknowledging the fact of K-pop existence and of K-pop great promotional strategies, commercial strategies, and, you know, production tricks they use and do for ages now. On the festival, there were a couple of South Korean groups, by the way. K-pop was presented by this girl group called Red Velvet. They're one of those quite recent rising stars, young stars, created by major Korean music label SM Entertainment. They have this pretty surreal aesthetic to them and quite happy, cute songs. My personal favorites though are the ones slower. They have like this sexy aesthetic as well. And yeah, just some of the tracks with this really weird production. And they also have some sick music videos. And also an artist called Hyolyn, now performing a solo project because before, and I think she is currently still in a girl group, but yeah, she performed solo at South by, and she has this incredible voice and such strong charisma. And talking more underground and experimental, there were Neon Bunny, an indie pop ray of sunshine of South Korea, and our favorite hip-hop electronic music duo, XXX. I love those guys. I can't wait to hear more stuff from them. They are amazing. If you still haven't watched their fucked up videos, do it now. Immerse yourself into it. Japan was also kind of presented at the festival with Miyavi, J-rock legend, and with the Finn, the band who we actually talked about in our World Indie Japan, I believe. They're a pretty amazing indie rock band. You should listen to them if you still haven't. Talking about more sessions, 2 talks I'd die to attend. The first one is how to get paid to write about music, including some of the contributors for Noisy, Pitchfork, Thump, some freelancers, and the other one, do music journalists matter anymore? Basically, they were discussing a topic strongly related to what we are trying to do on daily basis now. And I feel like whoever watches channels like this one, or read music media online or offline, you could find something interesting and something useful in those kind of sessions. So yeah, those ones are just incredible. Music journalism thrives. Yes. Continuing the topic, the one and only, the king of interviews, Nardwar, the human serviette, gave out a talk about his spectacular career. Man, we love Nardwar. Who doesn't? He's putting some new videos from South by the way, on his channel, so be sure to check them out. They're, as always, quite surreal and hilarious and everything. The festival is also, of course, very famous for pop-up activities and showrooms with promo and all that stuff. We thought that one of the coolest music-related things out there was the so-called New Music Meeting with some radio programmers, artists, managers, and record label representatives who were listening to freshly made tunes, rating them, and discussing them. That is some healthy group reacting session. I'd love to participate in something like that. You know how much I do love reacts. And some of the other great themed meetings, including the 7 hottest topics of music tech in 2017. I remember that band preserving local music, a hashtag YouTube So Brown, diversity and digital storytelling. Hail YouTube. Can hip hop save us? Yes, it can. Just for you to see that South by every year they're discussing this, interesting and burning topics. And besides the talking, of course, there are performances. A lot of performances. Artists from all around the globe, of all the different genres. Many of our personal favorite bands were there. We saw some of the videos from the festival and it looked lit, as always. More or less big names in the lineup included Solange, Danny Brown, Wu-Tang Clan, Kate Nash, Kano, Sleigh Bells, Spoon, Temples, Slaves, Son, Horror, Future Islands, Banks, Real Estate, Francis and the Lights, Wither, and many other great artists. And we also were really happy to see some of our loved newcomer bands, or just the bands who are maybe not that internationally famous, but we know them, we love them, we listen to their music. There were a lot of them: Blaine Evans and Dark Karma, Airways, Muna, Pharmacon, Cry Wolf, The Dumplings, Chad Valley, Still Corners, Euphoria, Idols, Girlpool, Supermoon, Surf Course. So many great bands. Some of our currently hated bands who were there as well. I mean, nobody's perfect. Have you seen how the Chainsmokers destroyed their venue while performing? Absolute legends. From reading lots of review articles on the festival from past week, we've come to the conclusion that some of the best showcases included Diet Sick, who's raising the scene quickly and boldly, Merchandise, with whom latest release I'm low-key obsessed, the track called Flower Sex, I think it's Flower Sex, it's my jam, Power Bottom, who I can't even describe how much I fell in love with recently. They're this incredible queer punk rock-ish band. You have to listen to them, they're wonderful. Let's Eat Grandma, Brit alternative pop duo from one of my favorite British record labels, Transgressive. Or the legendary Cherry Glazer performed. Granddaddy also was there, whose latest album definitely going into our Best Music of Spring video later this year. Slotface band from Norway. The drums, who are slightly reformed now, but it doesn't mean that they sound any less good. And of course, lots of praising for Maggie Rogers. Everyone's obsessed with her music and with her performances, and she is pretty great. As well as the last year, we've looked through all the pop, all the rock, electronic, and some alternative experimental artists, picked our favorites and pulled them all together in one huge South by Southwest Music 2017 playlist for our channel. It's on our channel. It includes lots of video for you to see. We highly recommend you to check it out. We've skipped on most of the hip hop, R&B, country worlds and all the different genres of music, but you know, it doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure there are hundreds of amazing artists, so check it out as well. Go to the website, all the showcases, all the dates are there still. You can look up their profiles, listen to their stuff. All the links will be in the description down below. Finally, some bands that we've never heard before, some bands that just released their debut material. The ones that got our attention will definitely follow them around and see what they will come up with next. There are lots of those bands, and I was trying to pick my favorites, but these are actually my favorites from the favorites. So this is a long list, but I do recommend you check all of them and invest your time into listening to this playlist. It's worth it, trust me. I guarantee you will find a music band you will have a new music crush on. All of the links to South by Southwest Music Festival website, to the showcases, to the artist list, to our playlist finally, and to our last year's playlist as well. All of this will be in the description. Be sure to share your South by Southwest experience if you have been lucky enough to visit this year or any other year. Comment down below. Also, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to our channel. We'd be really happy if you do that. Next video is already coming up very soon. Lots of important music releases coming up as well. We are super excited for spring and music it's about to bring up. In the meantime, try to get good beauty sleep, keep Austin weird, and of course, peace off.